Today we've got our weekly coin flip battle, and it's two U.S. senators going at it. It's Ted Cruz for the Republicans and Mark Kelly for the Dems. It's a Texas against Arizona holiday showdown. Dems have a nice streak of wins here. Republicans hoping to snap it. Hopefully we get something we've never seen before, but you never know. This could turn out to be a total dud. Heads for Cruz, tails for Kelly. The first flip is for Alaska. And we've got heads. It's coming to Cruz. Here comes Hawaii. These 4 votes are going to Mark Kelly. Here comes Washington. These dozen votes are going to be won by Mark Kelly. It's time for Oregon next. 8 more votes. And they're coming to Ted Cruz next. Big chunk of votes here. 54 of them. The most out of any state. Let's do the flip. It's tails, it's coming to Mark Kelly. How about Nevada? The silver state is going to go blue. Here's Idaho. 4 votes. Ted Cruz is picking them up. Next is Utah. Another half dozen for Cruz. Now it's Mark Kelly's home state, Arizona. He's going to want these 11 votes, and he is going to pick them up. Next, Montana. Big sky country. Heads for Cruz. Next, Wyoming. Only 3 votes here, but you never know. That could be the deciding factor later on. But they're coming to Mark Kelly. Here's Colorado. 10 votes. Tails again. New Mexico. Who's going to get them? Mark Kelly. He's over 100. Here's North Dakota. 3 votes. Ted Cruz. He's snatching them. Here's South Dakota. 3 more for Mark Kelly. Let's keep moving. Nebraska at large. 2 votes. Who's getting them? Mark Kelly. Here's the 1st district. 1 vote for Kelly. How about the 2nd district? Who's going to get it? Mark Kelly. Can he sweep Nebraska? Here's the 3rd. Yeah, Kelly with a clean sweep. He's got 5 in a row. Here's Kansas next. 6 votes. Mark Kelly has done it again. He's on a hot streak. Next, Oklahoma. Cruz, hoping to see heads, but it's tails yet again. Now we've got a crucial state here, Texas. Ted Cruz, home state. He can't really afford to fall behind another 40. Meanwhile, Mark Kelly is looking for 8 states in a row. Here comes the flip. This is tails. Mark Kelly, 8 in a row. He's up to 166. Massive blowout shaping up here. Let's do Minnesota. 10 of them. Mark Kelly has done it yet again. That's 9 consecutive flips. This is rare territory. He's going for 10 in a row. Here's Iowa. Can he do it? Yeah, he's got it. 10 consecutive wins for Mark Kelly. Very rare stuff. We've only seen that maybe a couple of other times. Let's see what happens next on Missouri. This is for 11 in a row. Here comes the flip. This is heads. Ted Cruz. He finally snaps out of it. He's got 10 more. We're going to keep going south into Arkansas. Another 6. Cruz looking for momentum. But it's back to Mark Kelly. Here's Louisiana. 8 more votes here. Down in the Gulf for Mark Kelly. Lot of blue on this map. Let's do Wisconsin next. And the Badger State is coming to Mark Kelly. How about Illinois? Can Cruz get anything going here? No. Kelly, done it again. This is a tidal wave. Let's keep going. Michigan. Cruz, definitely the underdog here. Mark Kelly tacks on 15 more. What about Indiana? 11 more votes. Finally, heads. It's almost unrecognizable. What about Kentucky? Can Cruz go 2, maybe 3 in a row? No. Kelly coming right back. Tennessee's next. 11 votes. Mark Kelly again. He's at 259. What about Mississippi? It's tails one more time. He's at 265. This might be the earliest someone has ever even been able to win one of these battles. Alabama is match point for Mark Kelly. Here comes the flip. It's do or die for Cruz, and it looks like he's going to stay alive for one more flip. Let's do Florida, 30 votes. It's the same situation. Cruz is going to have to win about 15 states in a row if he wants to even have a chance. Here comes the Sunshine State. It's heads. Cruz picking up 30 more. How about Georgia? This would put Cruz over 100. But instead of that, Mark Kelly has defeated Ted Cruz. It's an extremely early night here. How big is it going to get? Let's do South Carolina. It's going to be heads for Ted Cruz. Maybe he comes roaring back. Let's see what happens on North Carolina. It's heads again. Cruz over 100. Ohio is the next flip. 17 votes for Ted Cruz. Now he's getting hot. He's got 3 in a row. How about West Virginia? 4 votes. These are going to go to Mark Kelly. Maine at large in the northeast corner. 2 votes. For Ted Cruz, here's the 1st district. A solitary electoral vote for Ted Cruz. How about the 2nd? It's going to be tails for Kelly. Here's New Hampshire. And these 4 are coming to Cruz. Vermont is going to be next. 3 votes for Kelly. How about New York? 28 votes. Cruz would love to pick him up. Kelly looking to go over 300. It's going to go to Cruz. He's got his 2nd huge state. Next, Massachusetts. And it's heads again for Cruz. Connecticut's next. 7 votes for Mark Kelly. What about Rhode Island? This is the Ocean State, and it's going to be claimed by Kelly. That puts him right at 300. Time for New Jersey. That is heads for Cruz. On deck is Delaware. 3 votes. Cruz picking him up. Maryland, 10 more votes here in the Old Line State. And Mark Kelly is getting it. How about D.C.? 3 votes. And it's tails for Kelly. What about Pennsylvania? 2nd to last flip. Cruz could go over 200 here. But Kelly is going to snag it. Finally, Virginia, last flip. 13 votes. Can Cruz go over 200? Yeah, he does pick up Virginia, but it's a total blowout here. Mark Kelly at 332. Ted Cruz only 206. Mark Kelly extremely dominant through more than half of this battle. Cruz did pick it up toward the East Coast, but way too little, way too late. So it is another win for the Dems here. Cruz taking the L. Not as huge of a landslide as it once looked, but still pretty embarrassing here for Cruz. He loses his home state and he gets defeated by more than 100. So that's it. Let me know in the comments about Ted Cruz going down here to Mark Kelly. What do you think about the dominance and how Kelly pulled off 10 consecutive states? Let me know what you think down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.